And a pleasant good morning, everybody, and welcome to DMS3000 News Live, episode number 7. And I'm Brandon Martin, your host for this. And let's go ahead and go over with this. The main things that I'll be talking about throughout the program are the 10 best summer essentials to buy. And we'll be celebrating a happy birthday, 70th birthday to Cyndi Lauper. And then we'll wrap up with the 42 fun things to do this summer. And that'll be the things that I'll be talked about throughout the program. Now, let's go ahead and go with the headlines and news of June 22nd, 2023. And a happy Thursday to everybody. Hope everyone is waking up in the morning as well as everything else. So let's go ahead and get with this bad boy started right now. The National Park Service and the city are teaming up to restore the A.G. Gaston Motel built by Black entrepreneur A.G. Gaston. It served as a secure space for civil rights leaders to strategize in 1963. For immigrants who sought sanctuary basically under the settlement with immigration authorities, the 4 women can apply for asylum. They are also no longer face thousands in fines imposed by the former Trump administration. The longest day of the year comes as the southern U.S. endures record heat. Other regions are seeking persistent heavy rains, raising flood risk. We'll talk more about the weather once we get to there. 2 U.S. food companies have received the go-ahead to sell chicken grown from cultivated animal cells in a production facility. It's the first time meat grown this way will be sold in the U.S. Justice Samuel Alito says he didn't have to disclose a 2008 luxury trip to Alaska or the flight on a private jet of hedge fund billionaire Paul Singer, who have several cases before the High Court. A year ago, which was yesterday's news, the Yellowstone River had its biggest flood in centuries. What that means for its world famous trout fishery is just now becoming clear. While not a new concept, Garrett Naiman makes distinct contributions to the conversation. As a rich white man, he has insider's access to that population and doesn't shy away from self-indictment. U.S. Coast Guard said that a surveillance plane detected underwater noises close to where the Titan lost contact with its control room. Experts say the sub's oxygen may run out today, which Dan Solomon's YA novel, The Fight for Midnight, takes place during former Texas state lawmaker Wendy Davis' filibuster of a bill that would restrict access to abortion. The protagonist is a teen boy. Experts from within and outside OceanGate worried about the safety and development of the Titan as far back as 2018. Years before its inaugural dive, one tells NPR its disappearance isn't a surprise. Gonna check and see if there's any more news regarding to this, guys. Just stand by for this, guys. Here we go. Okay. President Biden is welcoming India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi with a state dinner at the White House. The two leaders share concerns about countering China. Soldiers spent months making clandestine trips across Ukraine's Dnipro River to plan the counter-offensive instead of facing off against Russian forces. This unit found itself fighting floodwaters. Federal regulators say Amazon uses manipulative techniques to enroll shoppers into Prime memberships that are purposefully hard to cancel. A new report finds Google makes millions of dollars in ad buys from anti-abortion pregnancy centers that aim to divert women who are seeking abortion care. School shootings, social media, beauty standards, 13-year-olds Erica Young and Nora Weiner delve into what middle school looks like today in their award-winning podcast. Brazil's former president Jair Bolsonaro goes on trial Thursday, facing charges that he spread false information about Brazil's election system. He's also facing allegations that he abused his power. So, we always have our coffee and all those other things, right? With 75% of Americans consume some kind of caffeine at least once a day. Whether your caffeine of choice is coffee, tea, soda, or energy drinks, how do you know that it's working for you and not against you? The wealth of submersible Titans passengers contrasted with the desperation that pushed hundreds of migrants to leave their homes and try to reach Italy by boat last week. Disability and voting rights activists are asking a federal court to block a measure in Mississippi set to go into effect next week that Republican backers say crack down on ballot harvesting. A year after the court did away with the right to an abortion, 57% say they oppose the decision, and NPR/PBS NewsHour and Marist poll finds they're also in favor of continuing affirmative action programs. If convicted of the 6 charges against him, which is Jack Teixeira, the 21-year-old Air National Guardsman could face up to 10 years in prison for each charge, which he plead not guilty to federal charges. Former special counsel John Durham issued a report last month accusing the FBI of negligence in its Trump-Russia investigation. Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury never forgets he's a black man navigating the world, which makes him feel like James Bond meets Shaft. Secretary of State Antony Blinken's recent visit to China was considered a success by government officials in such a complicated relationship. What does that even look like? The blast tore through the restaurant yesterday, which is last night, on a busy street in Yancheon, the capital of the traditionally, Muslim Ningxia Hui Autonomous Region, the official Xinhua news agency said. Basically, cooking gas explosion kills 31 people at a barbecue restaurant in northwestern China. 16 young people are suing Montana state leaders for allegedly violating their constitutional rights to a clean and helpful environment by promoting fossil fuels policies and contributing to climate change. Nearly a decade of civil war has destroyed millions of Yemeni lives. Perhaps nowhere has it been felt more than neighborhoods and ties that are closest to the fighting. And have a great afternoon to you two over there in the UK there, Kevin. The number of patients is soaring. The health system is stressed, and the government is facing criticism over its response. So far, 150,000 Peruvians have caught the virus this year, and 248 have died. 4 decades into his career, Lloyd Coles on Pain finds this purveyor of guitar pop still exploring that hazy space where people question themselves and make excuses or promises they might not keep. And the artist's tiny desk proves how far the sounds of West Africa have influenced the U.S. and more implicitly, just how much music defies catch-all labels like Afrobeats. So that will be the news of the headlines of June 22nd. Now we go on to the MLB results that be taking place yesterday. So let's go over the scores that will be taking place yesterday. And it's a little bit in standby, folks, but it's all good. Okay. We have the Rays beating the Orioles 7-2. The Blue Jays beating the Marlins 6-3. The Reds beating the Rockies 5-3. Cubs beating the Pirates 8-3. The Tigers beating the Royals 9-4. The Astros beating the Mets 10-8. The D-backs beating the Brewers 5-1. Nationals beating the Cardinals 3-0. The Yankees beating the Mariners 4-2. The Cleveland Guardians beating the Athletics 7-6. The Twins beating the Red Sox 5-4. Excuse me. The White Sox, actually checked that the Rangers beating the White Sox 6-3. Excuse me. The Los Angeles Dodgers beating the Angels 2-0. The San Francisco Giants beating the Padres 4-2. And that game between the Braves and the Phillies had been postponed, and it will make that up on September the 11th. And the 11-game win streak is Reds' longest since '57. Fraley belts tie-breaking home run in eighth as Cincinnati rallies from 3-0 deficit to sweep Colorado. And 4-run fifth keys Giants' 10th win in a row. Dodgers pen outduels Ohtani, something for us to build on. The hottest hitting prospects right now, one for each team. Ohtani fans, 12 Dodgers, but offense blanked. The 10 players who stood out on day 2 of the draft combine. Ohtani conquers hitter power rankings. Trout gives Betts scoop on the Shohei at bat and quoting, "I was trying to take him deep." Bo Naylor happy to get first MLB hit, but not as much as brother Josh. Meet the third Naylor brother who's waiting in the wings. Keurig puts on a show at draft combine with eye-popping triple-digit throws. From AAA to Broadway, Bowers, McKinney power Yankees to series win. Heim heating up All-Star case. He has to be there. And MLB lands on Time's 100 most influential companies list. The unhittable closer anchoring MLB's hottest team. While Edwin Diaz is sidelined, younger brother Alexis is making name for himself with Reds. Phase 1 of All-Star vote ends today. Here are the latest, well, even though that was from Tuesdays. It's unbelievable. Williams shows resolve in debut. The 23-year-old righty got through 5 2/3 innings in the 7-6 victory, as mentioned, over the A's on Wednesday at Progressive. A right-handed McClanahan, Bradley makes his case. Home Run Derby X, the Cage's rosters revealed. Luis Arez, 2 for 5, stays at .398 with the 31st multi-hit game. Farmer delivers much-needed walk-off win against the Red Sox. Astros outlast the Mets in wild back-and-forth finale. Gallen overcomes road woes with dominant performance in Milwaukee. Steinbrenner confident Yankees will get this back on the rails. And we all know, as mentioned, Braves and Phillies postponed by rain. And they'll be set for September the 11th. HBCU trio grateful to showcase talents at Combine Swingman Classic. Cubs hit some real high notes in sweep of Bucks. Blue Jays bats on the upswing with Chappie's blast big inning. Why Harper isn't worried about power outage. Williams, oppo power, and bullpen help Nats to victory. Like trusty gloves, Boyd breaking in first full season since 2019. Sons of Bell trade, Sheffield highlight high school All-American game rosters. And that will be it for the MLB. And let's go ahead and take a look at the Weather Channel for the weather forecast for in Oregon itself. And we're going to go a little standby for a bit. Okay, there we go. And basically, this weather forecast itself, as we look at everything in the region, that for us in general, we're going to be basically going to be in this one, going to be the upper 80s, at least mid to low upper 80s in my hometown of Oregon. And right now, currently at 48 degrees at 5:21 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. High will be 85 and low 48. And for today's forecast for the East Coast, as we look at from low to mid to upper 70s, low to mid to upper 80s. Some of them in this one, low 90s in Florida. Then Midwest, you're looking at low 70s, mid to low 70s, and then Chicago 81, St. Louis 87, Memphis at 84, New Orleans 90, Phoenix and Texas in this one, man. El Paso 106 and Phoenix 104. Yet again, as mentioned from yesterday, stay inside and get some, blow that AC and all those other things ready. There's some in the 70s, some in the upper 60s. And then for the West Coast, looking at upper 70s, upper 80s, and low 60s in San Francisco, low 70s in Los Angeles, 96 in Las Vegas, 85 in Salt Lake City, 76 in Denver. Yeah, it's Midwest is going to be, Southwest is going to be a cooking one. So, yeah. Basically, that will do for the news. That'll be take for the weather. As right now, we are at 5:23 right now, 7 minutes before 5:30. As we will go ahead and take a commercial break, as we'll go ahead and start off at once we get to the 5:30 with the 10 best summer essentials to buy. And we will do that once we take that break. So with that being said, we'll have that for you with the 10 best summer essentials to buy right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Pizza Hut's stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
McDonald's hotcakes for breakfast. Fresh cooked and deliciously light. Served with whipped butter and syrup. Moorish. And only $1.95.
Snack time, McDonald's. Snack time.
Hello?
Get Jason warming up.
Excuse me?
Come on, guys, quit playing games. Get Bobby up right now.
I think you might have the wrong number.
What? Who is this?
Who's this? Brother, you called me. You got the wrong number,
Hey,
okay?
I don't know what you guys doing.
Freak.
This is Brad. He's using Roadrunner High-Speed Online to play along with Game Show Network's lingo on GSN.com. He got it for just $34.95 a month for 6 months. Brad hasn't left his room since. When Brad signed up for Roadrunner, he was entered to win a 51-inch Sony high-def TV. And they're trying to deliver it now.
Hey, Brad, open the door.
Sign up for Roadrunner today. You'll save money and have a chance to win one of these great Sony prizes from Game Show Network.
At Cheez-It, we expect a lot from our cheese.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cheese.
Interrupting.
Cheese!
Should have seen that one coming.
You should have, because that was... I even told you I was going to be interrupting you. Morning, sir. Beautiful day, isn't it?
We take the time for our cheese to mature before we bake it into every delicious cracker. Because at Cheez-It, real cheese matters.
Night and day, the calls. Say me this, say me that. I'm a gecko, not Geico. So stop calling me.
Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
So you want to change your name? People confusing you with Geico, calling you at all hours? What name would you like?
Komodo Dragon, please.
Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Not too close. What do you think? I got that insurance?
What insurance is that, Yogi?
The one you really need to have. If you don't have it, that's why you need it.
Need what?
Aflac. Well, if you get hurt and miss work, it won't hurt to miss work. And they give you cash, which is just as good as money.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Hey, Guy Fieri here. As host of TV's Ultimate Recipe Showdown, I see great home cooks face off every week. We looked at thousands of recipes, and now the dishes inspired by our champions are all at Fridays. People spent years perfecting these. There's so much going on here. Smokiness, sweetness, big seasoning, big flavor. You gotta check this out. Ultimate Recipe Showdown menu starting at just $8.99. Give me more Fridays.
From Hasbro Gaming. Where will your choices take you in the game of life? What job will you choose?
To start filling my law firm with clients and stop filling your faces with donuts. Now get out! I'm definitely going to be a lawyer.
But watch out for life surprises.
Whoa, I'm having twins.
Congratulations! It's twins! Anything can happen in the game of life. From Hasbro Gaming. Here's 2 more. Good luck with that.
We all know yesterday was the first day of summer, which is now the second day of this summer day. But, however, we are going to go over the 10 best summer essentials to buy. The first one is a fire pit. With the nights finally cool instead of frigid, there's no better way to host an outdoor get-together than by gathering around a toasty bonfire. Whether you're charring marshmallows for s'mores or just enjoying the heat, hosting a bonfire makes for a great summer night. For the best bonfire results, we recommend picking up our favorite fire pit, the Tiki Patio Fire Pit, which is easy to start, smokeless, and easy to clean. And basically that is for Amazon costing $310. Woo! And our next summer essential to buy, sunscreen. Oh, yes, sunscreen is a very important one if we're going to go outside and all those other things. Most important is sunscreen because we don't want to get ourselves burned and everything else. Whether you're looking to prevent sunburn, like I just mentioned, or more long-term negative health risk, sunscreen will help keep you safe in the sun. When it comes to mineral sunscreens, the best we tested is the Hawaiian Tropic Mineral Skin Nourishing Milk SPF 50 sunscreen. Since it's smooth, has a pleasant smell, and doesn't leave a white cast when applied, and price shown is $14 from Amazon. Our third summer essential to buy is bug spray. Yes, bug spray, because we're going to have a lot more bugs during the summer. You know, bees, spiders, a lot of other stuff in mind. My goodness. And mostly mosquito bites. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. We've all been there. You'll go for a late night summer stroll or hang out on your porch only to wake up covered in itchy mosquito bites. Instead of swearing it off, or actually swearing off, leaving your house at night in fear of parasite, flying insects, walk with confidence by applying bug spray. Deep base repellents such as off have been used for years and with great effect. With few reported negative effects on humans, that said, you're looking for something more natural. Give oil of lemon eucalyptus a try. While synthesized, it's derived from naturally occurring plant oil to increase its repellent properties. And there's the one for offer at $12 off Amazon, and also $5 from Amazon of Repel. Next summer essentials to buy is cooling appliances. Where basically have an air conditioner to cool down at your house, everything else, and fan in your room. Even for those of us who prefer the heat, summer can get uncomfortably hot at times. This summer looks like it will be a real scorcher thanks to El Nino. To stay cool, we recommend either a fan or air conditioner, like I mentioned on here, depending on how hot it is. Fans are fine for temperatures below 95 degrees. But the Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommends using air conditioners when temperature climb into the high 90s. The best fan we've tested is the Vornado 660, thanks to its speed and power, which help it maintain a breeze over distance. The best window air conditioner is the GE Profile PHCO ALY, which offers powerful cooling, quiet operation, and compatibility with smartphones. And for the fans, $100, and the AC, nearly $400 off from Amazon. Next summer essentials to buy: a grill. Oh yes, and it'll be a hot one, which you get to have you get your barbecue, all those other things. You gotta need a grill, whether it's propane or charcoal, unless depends where you're currently where place can let you have propane or charcoal itself. With the weather nicer, you'll be able to break out the grill to make delicious meals. Even if you're not a fan of meat, you can enjoy the grill with tasty grilled vegetables such as asparagus and corn. The best grill you can buy comes down to the type of grill you want. If you want the smoky taste of a charcoal grill, excuse me, and the slight learning curve that comes with it, we recommend the Napoleon NK22K LEG 2. If you want the convenience of a gas grill, which operates similarity to gas power stoves, we recommend the Weber Spirit 2 E310. And price is $569 from Walmart and $269 from Amazon. Next summer essentials to buy are lawn chair. Yes, get to relax, whether it's, again, a summer night, everything else comes from there. There's a certain allure to white plastic lawn chairs that makes it hard to resist the urge to sit on them for hours during a long summer night as you chat about everything that comes to mind. If you'd like to capture this feeling, we suggest picking up this ubiquitous chair. If you're looking for a higher quality chair that won't hurt your back, hurt your rear after 30 minutes, we recommend picking the best Adirondack chair. The Polywood Modern Curved Back Adirondack chair. While assembly is required, you won't regret putting it together since it's sturdy, comfortable, and stylish. The first one on this picture is $299 from Amazon, nearly $300, and $28 from Ace Hardware. Our next summer essentials to buy is swim clothing. For us to go to the beach, go swim in our swimming pool, everything else. Looking to hit the beach? Make sure you bring quality swim clothes with you. For full swimsuits that are environmentally conscious, we recommend checking out Somersault. It's Somersault. That's pronounced that. We've tried the brand of swimsuits made of recycled materials and love them. If you're looking for swim trunks, check out Magic's trunks, which have over 19,900 five-star reviews on Amazon, thanks to their varied designs, quality materials, and durability. Shop Somersault and the other one, 19 from Amazon. Our next summer essentials to buy is a carry-on. And yeah, I do have one of these in my house alone, since I'll be going on my little vacation, my little on the road trip in a couple weeks. That is most important for us if you want to travel. Summer is the season of vacationing. And if you're planning your own summer getaway, you'll want to pack only the best bags. Our favorite carry-on is Tom Binn's Aeronaut 45. This soft sides carry-on is large and in charge with multiple handles. For easy carrying, it can be expanded to carry even more cargo, and its high quality materials mean that this bag will last you a long time. From Tom Binn of $330. My word. And for this one, even though it looks like a gym bag, it's still a carry-on bag nonetheless, which that cost me less of what it says on there. So basically got a really good deal. Our second to last summer essentials to buy is a Bluetooth speaker, which we get to play our favorite tunes this summer with the favorite speaker reviewed and Sonos. Playing your favorite tunes over a speaker is a summer vibe. Whether you're at the beach, in your house, or at a bonfire. If you're looking for a new Bluetooth speaker, then the Sonos Roam is the best one you can buy. This Bluetooth speaker boasts excellent sound, sturdiness, and a style design. And one from Amazon of $134. And finally, but certainly not least, for the summer essentials to buy is a water bottle. Yes. Most importantly, to get us hydrated and all that during the hot summers. Most important, folks. Summer heat combined with increased activity means you could be at a higher risk of dehydration, which can cause symptoms such as dizziness, tiredness, and headaches. To prevent this from happening so you can enjoy your summer, we recommend using the best water bottle, Brita's BB11 Premium Filtering Water Bottle. This bottle filters out odors and tastes and can keep water cold for 24 hours. And the one for that product, $30 from Amazon. So that's basically the 10 best summer essentials to buy for throughout the summer. But since we do have some time on hand, so let's go ahead and go over the national holidays that are happening right now on this June 22nd. And we'll go ahead and get this out of the way right now. Okay, June 22nd, yes. It's all good. All right, we have 13 holidays listed for June 22nd. This first one is National Kissing Day. Pucker up. National Kissing Day is all about showing your love and improving your health. National Onion Ring Day. We celebrate the irresistible deliciousness of onion rings by eating as many of them as possible. National Pet Choking Prevention Day. Educate yourself about the everyday pet choking hazards around your home. Anti-Fascist Struggle Day. Let's honor the memories of the late partisan detachment who began Yugoslavia's uprising. Be Kinder. Let's talk about a dying art in today's world. Kindness. Learn more about kindness right here with us. The Dragon Boat Festival. Bring out the Zongzi and the wine. Settle in for a journey back in time. The Glastonbury Festival. Glastonbury Festival is an iconic cavalcade of arts that must not be missed. National Chocolate Eclair Day. Treat yourself to a delicious chocolate eclair on National Chocolate Eclair Day. National HVAC Tech Day. We honor our very hard-working repairmen and women keeping us cool in the blazing heat. National Limoncello Day. When life deals you lemons, make limoncello out of them. Celebrate National Limoncello Day today. Positive Media Day. For a change, let's not look at negativity today. Makes sense. Windrush Day. Dress up in your colorful best to celebrate the migration of Afro-Caribbeans to the UK. And finally, we wrap up with World Rainforest Day. Today, get your thinking cap on and brainstorm ways to protect rainforest. And you guys get to ask yourselves for this, what is National Limoncello Day? I will go ahead and get that right now. We all know it's a beverage, drinking, and it's a liquor. Limoncello is an Italian liquor made from the zest of lemons. It is a type of sweet vodka. It's a concoction of lemons, water, sugar, and bourbon. Limoncello is traditionally made with Feminello St. Teresa lemons, which are native to the Italian Sorrento Peninsula. This sweet and sour beverage is popular all over the world, but is primarily produced in southern Italy, particularly in the Capri region, the Sorrentine Peninsula, and the Amalfi Coast. Limoncello production necessitates a great deal of attention and precision. Lemons are harvested during the summer months from February to October. They are handpicked to avoid contact with the ground at all times. Marie Barber and her husband were confronted with a difficult situation on June 22nd, 2017, which is 6 years ago, mind you. My goodness. But they turned it into something great, beautiful. Later that evening after dinner, they celebrated with limoncello. They thought the phrase turning lemons into limoncello was very apt for their situation at the time. Afterward, every year on June 22nd, National Limoncello Day is observed. As you can see, when you step outside, summer has arrived and the 100-degree days are here to stay. Sitting by the pool and sipping on ice-cold limoncello has taken on a whole new meaning with the rising temperatures. It's the ideal bright, refreshing drink for surviving the summer heat. If you're having a summer party or an after dinner drink, grab a bottle of limoncello and serve it chilled or over ice. And basically, that's what limoncello is all about, of what that is, basically. And National Chocolate Eclair Day. Was that like, what is chocolate eclair? Basically, National Chocolate Eclair Day, which we know celebrated June 22nd, special day for all of us who have a sweet tooth. There is hardly anyone who doesn't like a delicious combination of pastry, cream filling, and chocolate. Eclairs are some of the best loved sweet treats. Apart from chocolate, eclairs are also made with fruit and floral flavors. While chocolate eclairs are very delicious on their own, some prefer pairing them with a hot cup of coffee or lightly brewed tea. Thankfully, there's no way of going wrong with an eclair. The French are famous for making delicacies out of the humble dough, and eclairs are made from a special kind of dough called pâte à choux. The pastry of an eclair is an oblong shape that, once baked, becomes light and crispy on the outside and hollow in the inside. In the step, the pastry is filled with vanilla or chocolate cream. The word eclair is originated in France. It means flash of lightning. Some believe that the treats have been named so because they would fly off the shelves at the confectioners. And if you want to have more information about this, I will put that link in there. But for right now, it is again 7 minutes before 6 o'clock. As we'll have coming up next, we'll celebrate the 70th birthday to Cyndi Lauper, as we'll get our coffee and whatever we get to drink, as we'll take this commercial break, and we'll have that with you guys right after this. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Is Ed Too Tall Jones too tall?
I'm just gonna guesstimate.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Ooh, the flavor of tropical fruit. Ooh la la la. Banana. La, la. Pina colada. Fruit punch. Mango melon. Ooh la la. Tangerine. This is paradise. So full of life. Save us.
The average American visits about 7 different websites before booking a hotel.
I totally get that. We want to make sure that we get a great hotel for the best price. But why only 7 when there are so many more out there? Next time, before you book, check on Trivago. Trivago compares live prices from more than 150 different websites to make sure that you find the best price for your ideal hotel. Hotel? Trivago.
Really?
Gotcha.
Able to pick up good yardage on the play. You know, the best part of this defense is their defensive line and their interior
Hello?
linebacker.
Hey, who? What's up? Nothing, B. Just watching the game, having a bud. What's up with you? Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud. True. True.
What's up?
Yo, who's that? Yo! Yo, pick up the phone! Hello?
What's that?
Yo, where's Dookie? Yo, Dookie! Yo.
What's up?
What's that? Hold on. Hello? So what's up, B? Watching the game, having a bud. True. True.
I'll take a Whopper. Do you desire your pyrotechnically prepared beef to be customized with the addition or subtraction of key ingredients?
No onions, extra pickles.
And do you wish to be transformed into a two-dimensional character with yellow skin?
We have here what appears to be an alien invasion.
And the line between civilization and anarchy is eroding as
Out of my
we
way, you punks! Wow, lunchtime! Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
Extra pickle, extra ketchup, extra mustard.
How about extra get lost?
What? What's going on?
Aliens have all the fun. Your Highness, your mission is complete.
The world is going Simpsons, and BK is in on it.
I know. All it takes is a touch-tone telephone for you to play Phone Jeopardy at home. And every time you call Phone Jeopardy, you could even win the $1,000 daily prize or the $10,000 grand prize.
Okay, you left out phone, Jeff, just so you know.
Where? How to get that point across.
Here we go, we're speeding along. Here we go.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And immediately, you'll be playing the new, easy Phone Jeopardy. I like the way the card stopped in the middle of all of that, but that's okay. And to start you on your way to winning big, we've included questions from recent Jeopardy shows. Here's a 100... You want to show me the next card too, John? No, just leave them there. She drank the poison that Captain Hook intended for Peter Pan.
Tinkerbell!
Fuck 'em.
Okay, buddy, what do you think of Wilkins coffee? I never tasted it. Now, what do you think of Wilkins?
And we welcome you back to DMS3000 News Live. Once again, I am Brandon Martin. And we'll go ahead and get started with a happy 70th birthday to Cyndi Lauper. Cynthia Ann Stephanie Lauper, born June 22nd, 1953, is an American singer, songwriter, actress, and activist. Her career has spanned over 40 years. Her album, She's So Unusual, 1983, was the first debut album by a female artist to achieve 4 top 5 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Time After Time, She Bop, and All Through the Night. And what up to you, Felicia Milo? And earned Lauper the Best New Artist Award at the 27th Annual Grammy Awards in 1985. Her success continued with the soundtrack for the motion picture The Goonies and her second record, True Colors, 1985 for The Goonies, 1986 for True Colors. This album included the number one single, True Colors and Change of Heart, which peaked at number 3. In 1989, she had a hit with I Drove All Night. Since 1983, Lauper has released 11 studio albums and participated in many other projects. In 2010, Memphis Blues became Billboard's most successful blues album of the year, remaining at number 1 on the Billboard Blues Albums chart for 13 consecutive weeks. In 2013, she won the Tony Award for Best Original Score for composing the Broadway musical Kinky Boots, making her the first woman to win the category by herself. The musical was awarded 5 other Tonys, including Tony Award Best New Musical in 2014. Lauper was awarded the Grammy Award for Best Musical Theater Album for the cast recording. In 2016, the West End production won Best New Musical at the Olivier Awards. Hey, I do too, Felicia. I do too. Lauper has sold over 50 million records worldwide. She has won awards at the Grammys, Emmys, Tonys, the New York's Outer Critics Circle, MTV Video Music Awards, Billboard Awards, and American Music Awards. Excuse me. And inductee into both the Songwriters Hall of Fame and the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Lauper is one of the few singers to win 3 of the 4 major American Entertainment Awards. She won the inaugural Best Female Video Prize at the 1984 VMAs for Girls Just Want to Have Fun. This music video is recognized by MTV, VH1, and Rolling Stone as one of the greatest music videos of the era. She is featured in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's Women Who Rock exhibit. Her debut album is included in Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time, while Time After Time is included in VH1's list of the best 100 best songs of the past 25 years. VH1 has ranked Lauper number 58 of the 100 greatest women of rock and roll. Lauper is known for her distinctive image, featuring a variety of hair colors and eccentric clothing, and for her powerful and distinctive 4-octave singing range. She has been celebrated for her humanitarian work, particularly as an advocate for LGBT rights in the United States. Her charitable efforts were acknowledged in 2013 when she was invited as a special guest to attend U.S. President Barack Obama's second inauguration. Her early life, Lauper was born in Brooklyn, New York, to a Catholic family. Her father, Fred, was of Swiss-German descent and a direct descendant of Christian Lauper, a leader of the Swiss Peasant War of 1653. Her mother, Katrine, was an Italian descent from Sicily. Lauper's siblings are her younger brother, Fred, nicknamed Butch, and her older sister, Ellen. Lauper's parents divorced when she was 5. Her mother remarried and divorced again. Lauper grew up in Ozone Park neighborhood of Queens, and as a child listened to such artists as the Beatles and Judy Garland. At age 12, she began writing songs and playing an acoustic guitar given to her by her sister. Lauper expressed herself with a variety of hair colors and mentioned eccentric clothing, and took a friend's advice to spell her name as Cindy rather than Cindy with Cindy, and that one with Cyndi. Her unconventional sense of style led to classmates bullying and throwing stones at her. Lauper went to Richmond Hill High School, but was expelled, although she later earned her GED. She left home at 17 to escape her abusive stepfather, intending to study art. Her journey took her to Canada, where she spent 2 weeks in the woods with her dog, Sparkle. Trying to find herself, she eventually traveled to Vermont, where she took art classes at Johnson State College and supported herself working odd jobs. In 2019, Lauper gave the commencement address at Northern Vermont University, Johnson, the academic institution that now includes Johnson State. At this event, NVU awarded her the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters. In the early 1970s, Lauper performed as a vocalist with various cover bands. One called Doc West covered disco songs as well as Janis Joplin. A later band, Flyer, was active in the New York metropolitan area, singing hits by bands including Bad Company, Jefferson Airplane, and Led Zeppelin. Although Lauper was performing on stage, she was not happy singing covers. In 1977, Lauper damaged her vocal cords and took a year off from singing. She was told by doctors that she would never sing again, but regained her voice with the help of vocal coach Katie Agrezza. In 1978, Lauper met saxophone player John Turry through her manager Ted Rosenblatt. Turry and Lauper formed a band named Blue Angel and recorded a demo tape of original music. Steve Masarski, manager of the Allman Brothers Band, heard the tape and liked Lauper's voice. He bought Blue Angel's contract for $5,000 and became their manager. Lauper received recording offers as a solo artist, but held out, wanting the band to include in any deal she made. Blue Angel was eventually signed by Polydor Records and released a self-titled album on the label in 1980. Lauper hated the album cover, saying that it made her look like Big Bird, but Rolling Stone magazine later included it as one of the top 100 best new wave 2003. Despite critical acclaim, the album sold poorly. It went lead, as Lauper later joked, and the band broke up. The members of Blue Angel had a falling out with Masarski and fired him as their manager. He later filed an $80,000 suit against them, which forced Lauper into bankruptcy. After this, Lauper temporarily lost her voice due to an inverted cyst in her vocal cord. After Blue Angel broke up, Lauper spent time due to her financial problems, working in retail stores, waitressing at IHOP, which she quit after being demoted to hostess when the manager sexually harassed her, and singing in local clubs. Her most frequent gigs were at El Sombrero. Music critics who saw Lauper perform with Blue Angel believed she had star potential due to her 4-octave singing range. In 1981, while singing in a local New York bar, Lauper met David Wolf, who took over as her manager and had her sign a recording contract with Portrait Records, a subsidiary of Epic Records. Excuse me. On October 14th, 1983, Lauper released her first solo album, She's So Unusual. The album became a worldwide hit, peaking at number 4 in the US and reaching the top 5 in 8 other countries. The primary studio musicians were Eric Bazilian and Rob Hyman of the Hooters, Rick Chertoff, and Richard Termini, and Peter Wood. Lauper became popular with teenagers and critics, in part due to her hybrid punk image, which was crafted by stylist Patrick Lucas. Lauper co-wrote 4 songs on She's So Unusual, including the hits Time After Time and She Bop. On the songs she did not write, Lauper sometimes changed the lyrics, such is the case with Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Lauper found the original lyrics to be misogynistic. She rewrote the song as an anthem for young women. The album includes 5 cover songs, including The Brains, New Wave track, Money Changes Everything, number 27 on the Billboard Hot 100, and Prince's When You Were Mine. And good morning, David, our own CEO and boss of the David3000 Network. Where was I? Oh, yes. The album made Lauper the first female artist to have 4 consecutive Billboard Hot 100 top 5 hits from one album. The LP stayed in the top 200 charts for more than 65 weeks and since had sold 16 million copies worldwide. Cindy won Best New Artist at the 1985 Grammy Awards. She's So Unusual also received nominations for Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Best Female Pop Vocal Performance for Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and Song of the Year for Time After Time. She wore almost a pound of necklaces at her award ceremony. It also won the Grammy for Best Album Package, which went to the art director Janet Pert. The video for Girls Just Want to Have Fun won the inaugural award for Best Female Video at the 1984 MTV Video Music Awards and made Lauper an MTV staple. The video featured professional wrestling manager Captain Lou Albano as Lauper's father and her real-life mother, Katrine, as her mother. And also featured her attorney, her manager, her brother, Butch, and her dog, Sparkle. In 1984-85, Lauper appeared on the covers of Rolling Stone magazine, Time, and Newsweek. She appeared twice on the cover of People and was named a Miss Magazine Woman of the Year in 1985. And on that same year, 1985, Lauper participated in USA for Africa's Famine Relief fundraising single We Are the World, which more copies since then. Lauper appeared with professional wrestler Hulk Hogan, play bodyguard, and would also later make many appearances as herself in a number of the World Wrestling Federation's Rock and Wrestling Connection events, and played Wendy Richter's manager in the inaugural WrestleMania event. David Wolf, Lauper's boyfriend and manager at the time, was a wrestling fan as a boy and engineered the Rock and Wrestling Connection. The same year, 1985, Lauper released the single "The Goonies Are Good Enough" from the soundtrack to the movie The Goonies, and an accompanying video which features several wrestling stars. The song reached number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Lauper received a nomination at the 1986 Grammy Awards, Best Female Rock Vocal Performance can't even talk. That blasted performance for Way Thrill. Another in the same category for the following year for the album track 911. And yet another in 1988, Best Long Form Music Video for Cyndi Lauper in Paris. Lauper released her second album, True Colors, in 1986 and entered the Billboard 200 at number 42 and rose to its number 4 peak. In 1986, Lauper appeared on the Billy Joel album, The Bridge, with the song called Code of Silence. She is credited as having written the lyrics with Joel, and she sings a duet with him. In the same year, Lauper also sang the theme song for the series Pee-wee's Playhouse. Credited as Ellen Shaw. In 1987, David Wolf produced a concert film for Lauper called Cyndi Lauper in Paris. The concert was broadcast on HBO. Lauper made her film debut in August 8, 1988 in the quirky comedy Vibes alongside Jeff Goldblum, Peter Falk, and Julian Sands. Lauper played a psychic in search of a city of gold in South America. Deborah Bloom and Tony Gans produced the film, with David Wolf as an associate producer. To prepare for the role, Lauper took a few classes in finger waving and hair setting at the Robert Fiance School of Beauty in New York and studied with a few Manhattan psychics. The film flopped and was poorly received by critics, but would later be considered a cult classic. Lauper contributed a track called Hole in My Heart All the Way to China for the Vibes soundtrack, but the song was not included. A music video was released, a high energy comic action / adventure romp through a Chinese laundry. The song reached number 54 on the US charts, but fared better in Australia, reaching number 8. A Night to Remember, Lauper's third album, was released in the spring of 1989. The album had one hit, the number 6 single, I Drove All Night, originally recorded by Roy Orbison. 3 years before his death on December 6, 1988, Lauper received a Grammy nomination for Best Female Rock Vocal Performance at the 1990 Grammy Awards for I Drove All Night. But overall album sales for A Night to Remember were down. The music video for the first album song, My First Night Without You, was one of the first to be closed captioned for the hearing impaired. Because of a friendship with Yoko Ono, Lauper took part in the May 1990 John Lennon tribute concert in Liverpool, performing the Beatles song Hey Bulldog and the John Lennon song Working Class Hero. She also took part in Ono and Lennon's son Sean's project called The Peace Choir, performing a new version of Lennon's Give Peace a Chance. And on November 24th, 1991, Lauper married actor David Thornton. Lauper's fourth album, Hat Full of Stars, was released in June 1993 and was met with critical acclaim, but failed commercially, unsupported by her label. The album, which tackled such topics as homophobia, spousal abuse, racism, and abortion sold fewer than 120,000 copies in the United States and peaked at number 112 on the Billboard charts. The video for the album song, Sally's Pigeons, features the then unknown Julia Stiles as the young Cindy. In 1993, Lauper returned to acting, playing Michael J. Fox, Ditsy's secretary in Life with Mikey. She also won an Emmy Award for her role as Marianne Lugasso in the sitcom Mad About You. On November 19, 1997, Lauper gave birth to her son, Declan Wallace Lauper Thornton. Her fifth album, Sisters of Avalon, was released in Japan in 1996 and elsewhere in 1997. The album was written and produced with the help of Jane Pulsford, Lauper's keyboard player, and producer Mark Saunders. As in Hat Full of Stars, some of the songs in Sisters of Avalon address dark themes. The song Ballad of Cleo and Joe addressed the complications of a drag queen's double life. The song Say a Prayer was written for a friend of hers who had died from AIDS. Unhook the Stars was used in the movie of the same name. Again, without support from her label, the release failed in America, spending a single week on the Billboard album chart at number 188. This album was also met with much critical praise, including People magazine, which declared its 90s nourishment for body and soul. Lauper's set is seen Make Us Care, Gives Us Hope. On January 17, 1999, Lauper appeared as an animated version of herself in The Simpsons episode Wild Bart's Can't Be Broken, singing the national anthem to the melody of Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That same year, Lauper opened her Cher's Do You Believe tour alongside Wild Orchid. She also appeared in the films Miss Parker and the Vicious Circle and The Opportunist. She contributed to the soundtrack of a 2000 animated film, Rugrats in Paris, the movie, performing the song I Want a Mom That Will Last Forever. On October 12, 2000, Lauper took part in the television show Women in Rock, Girls with Guitars, performing the Ann Wilson of Heart, and with the girl group Destiny's Child. A CD of the songs performed was released exclusively to Sears stores from September 30th to October 31st, 2001, and was marketed as a fundraiser for breast cancer. Wow, I got to say, though, she had a lot of accomplishments and awards throughout her time. And yeah, and right now it is 6:24 now, as we'll go ahead and take one more commercial break. As when we come back, we will come back with the last one of the 42 fun things to do this summer. And we'll take one final commercial break, and we'll have that right after this, so don't go anywhere.
Pizza Hut's stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one outpizzas the Hut.
McDonald's hotcakes for breakfast. Fresh cooked and deliciously light. Served with whipped butter and syrup. Moorish. And only $1.95.
Snack time, McDonald's. Snack time.
Hello?
Get Jason warming up.
Excuse me?
Come on, guys, quit playing games. Get Bobby up right now.
I think you might have the wrong number.
What? Who's this?
Who's this? Brother, you called me. You got the wrong number,
Hey,
okay?
I don't know what you guys doing.
Freak.
This is Brad. He's using Roadrunner High-Speed Online to play along with Game Show Network's lingo on GSN.com. He got it for just $34.95 a month for 6 months. Brad hasn't left his room since. When Brad signed up for Roadrunner, he was entered to win a 51-inch Sony high-def TV. And they're trying to deliver it now.
Hey, Brad, open the door.
Sign up for Roadrunner today. You'll save money and have a chance to win one of these great Sony prizes from Game Show Network.
At Cheez-It, we expect a lot from our cheese.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cheese.
Interrupting.
Cheese!
Should have seen that one coming.
You should have, because that was... I even told you I was going to be interrupting you. Morning, sir. Beautiful day, isn't it?
We take the time for our cheese to mature before we bake it into every delicious cracker. Because at Cheez-It, real cheese matters.
Night and day, the calls. Say me this, say me that. I'm a gecko, not Geico.
So stop calling me.
Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
So you want to change your name? People confusing you with Geico, calling you at all hours? What name would you like?
Komodo Dragon, please. Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Not too close. What do you think? I got that insurance?
What insurance is that, Yogi?
The one you really need to have. If you don't have it, that's why you need it.
Need what?
Aflac. Well, if you get hurt and miss work, it won't hurt to miss work. And they give you cash, which is just as good as money.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Hey, Guy Fieri here. As host of TV's Ultimate Recipe Showdown, I see great home cooks face off every week. We looked at thousands of recipes, and now the dishes inspired by our champions are all at Fridays. People spent years perfecting these. There's so much going on here. Smokiness, sweetness, big seasoning, big flavor. You gotta check this out. Ultimate Recipe Showdown menu starting at just $8.99. Give me more Fridays.
From Hasbro Gaming. Where will your choices take you in the game of life? What job will you choose?
To start filling my law firm with clients and stop filling your faces with donuts. Now get out! I'm definitely going to be a lawyer.
But watch out for life surprises.
Whoa, I'm having twins.
Congratulations! It's twins! Anything can happen in the game of life. From Hasbro Gaming. Here's 2 more. Good luck with that.
And we welcome you back to DMS3000 News Live, episode number 7. And once again, I'm Brandon Martin. And now we'll go ahead and go with our final topic in hand, which is the 42 fun things to do this summer. And we'll go ahead and get this started right here, right now. The first one is host a low country shrimp boil. In this season of outdoor dining, it doesn't get any more relaxed than throwing down some newspaper and gathering around a table for a classic Carolina-style low country shrimp boil. Don't forget the extra rolls of paper towels. Second one is go antiquing. Whether you plan to hit up outdoor flea markets or that one back road antique mall, that's always been on your bucket list, Summer is the perfect time to start a vintage collection. Grill fruit. Top with whipped cream or ice cream, fresh from the grill. Peaches, pineapples, and bananas are a fun alternative to traditional summer desserts. Create an easy craft. Calling all DIY lovers, our exhaustive roundup of fun summer crafts includes dozens of easy-to-make ideas, including this tiered herb stand made from vintage bowls. Throw an ice cream social. Set up a serve-yourself bar filled with unique ice cream flavors, toppings, and soda pairings, then invite friends over to create their own root beer floats, banana splits, ice cream sundaes, and more. Shop for sundresses. These easy breezy frocks are the unofficial outfit of summer. Shop our favorite sundresses to round out your collection. Attend an outdoor concert. Whether your taste is country or pop, nothing beats a summer day enjoying a music festival with friends, old and new. Turn your backyard into a pool. Whether you opt for an inflatable pool or go the stock tank route, a temporary backyard swimming spot is just the thing you need to cool off in hotter months. Go for a hike. Calling all early risers. Morning is often the best time to hit the trails, as your hiking path will be less crowded and you won't be out for hours in direct sunlight. Pack a picnic. Food just tastes better when you're eating outdoors, whether you're in the park, at the beach, or even in your own backyard. Try a new watermelon recipe. Sweet and refreshing, it's no wonder watermelon is considered by many to be the official fruit of summer. Find a new favorite way to eat watermelon with these creative watermelon recipes. Visit a small town. Often only a few hours drive from major metropolises, small towns make for the best impromptu summer getaways. Pick one you've never visited before and spend a weekend exploring. Hit up a county fair. Your local county or state fair is sure to provide fun for the whole family. Where else can you eat funnel cake, ride a Ferris wheel, and win prizes while playing games? Eat corn on the cob. While everyone has their preferred way to prepare this summer delicacy, why not try a new method at your next cookout? We've got 25 scrumptious sweet corn recipes to choose from. Plan a long game tournament. Croquet, mini golf, cornhole. There are so many classic outdoor games to play with friends and family. Split into teams. Spend a day in a little friendly competition. Then crown one of your crew the ultimate outdoor champion. Hang a hammock. Enjoy a lazy day of lounging al fresco with your own backyard hammock. Follow our handy instructions for how to hang a hammock, and you'll be relaxing in no time. Pick a bundle of lavender. Oh, hey, Snowman, how's it going? Good morning to you. My word. And I know Snowman's on vacation. Hopefully he's enjoying his vacation over there. So hopefully everyone's doing well. Pick a bundle of lavender. Come summer, there are plenty of lavender farms across the U.S. that will let pick your own fragrant bundle or simply offer an ideal photo op for that pick. Perfect summer Instagram caption. Create a garden caddy. An emalware basin is the perfect perch for a hose and your most used gardening tools. This ingenious idea is one of many DIY summer craft projects you should consider adding to your summer bucket list. Swim in a swimming hole. The coolest way to cool off this summer can't be found at a community pool. For a true adventure, head to one of America's most scenic swimming holes. Make homemade popsicles. Making popsicles in the summer is like baking cookies in the winter. Something you have to do. Try using the season's freshest fruit for the ultimate flavor profile. Run through a sprinkler. Whether you're 5 or 50, running through a sprinkler is just plain fun. And the best part, all you need is a hose and patch of grass to make this classic summertime activity a reality. Discover a signature summer cocktail. Summer is the best time to sip on a cool, refreshing drink. Try out some new summer drink recipes featuring seasonal ingredients like this raspberry and lemon rose color, and discover a new personal favorite. Visit a botanical garden. Spending the day surrounded by natural beauty is good for the soul. It's a fact. Browse your local botanical garden for fresh air and gardening. Inspiration galore. And if your city or town doesn't have one, a stroll through a park has the same effect. Bonus, kids love it. Make s'mores. There's nothing, and we mean nothing, wrong with a good old graham cracker marshmallow chocolate bar combo. But if you want to up your s'mores game, we suggest these unexpected, equally delicious s'more recipes. Wash the car. Skip that drive-through car wash. Pull out the garden hose. Fill a bucket with sudsy water. And enlist some little helpers to get your ride squeaky clean. It's a great way to cool off from hot summer while being productive at the same time. Reward the car wash crew by taking your clean car on a spin to the ice cream shop. Drive a convertible. Even if you have to borrow or rent it, a convertible is hands down the most fun way to experience the open road, whether for a day or a weekend or longer if you're lucky. Consider a family road trip for a summer getaway. Preserve your favorite summer fruits and vegetables. When the farmer's market is closed for the season, you're going to wish you preserved all those goodies. Fruit preserves, pickles, and canned tomatoes are a good place to start. Float the river. There's a reason every water park in the country has a lazy river. Whether you live near the Guadalupe in Texas, the Truckee in Nevada, or the Shenandoah in West Virginia, grab your tube and your cooler, of course, and spend the day living by the motto, It's not the destination, it's the journey. Pick fresh flowers. Make use of the pretty flowers you've grown in your yard, or set out to a nearby flower farm to cut fresh blooms. Arrange them in a pretty mason jar or a DIY flower arrangement for your own home or to share with a friend and neighbor. Go for a bike ride. Take to the trails or just your streets on two wheels. Also rent bikes while you're on vacation. It's a great and affordable way to explore. Fire up the grill. When it comes to cooking a summer meal outdoors, that usually means grilling. Everyone should know how to make the perfect burger, but don't forget about the best and grilled desserts. Go camping. Pack up your tent and best camping chairs and set out for an adventure in the great outdoors. Try some of these best camp recipes on a camping stove. You'll be hungry after setting up camp. Shop your local farmers market. Get the freshest in-season produce grown by nearby farmers and look for meats, cheeses, honey, and flowers from local vendors too. Excuse me. You might be surprised at all the good stuff you can bring home. Spend the day on the water. Whether you're brunching on a boat, dining on the dock, or taking a dip in the lake, a spot on the water is an ideal place to soak in the last days of summer. Watch a movie outdoors. Movie screens in the backyard are certainly trending. Throw down a blanket, cue up the projector, and bring on the snacks with no worries whatsoever about spilling. Treat yourself to a lobster roll. Lobster rolls may be pricey, but they're definitely worth the splurge at least once this summer. Read a book in the park. Take a break from technology while getting a well-deserved dose of vitamin D. Catch a sunset. Even if you don't travel very far, there's nothing like watching the setting sun while surrounded by nature. Volunteer locally. Excuse me. Give back to your local community by volunteering your time to a cause important to you. Here are some ideas: feeding the homeless, picking up litter, and planting or harvesting at a community garden. Getting down to the last few. Book a last minute summer vacation. Even if it's just for one night, waking up in a new place, indulgence following a busy week, instead of visiting a B&B or hotel, try something a little quirkier, like renting a tiny house, tree house, airstream. Take a road trip. Summer is the perfect time to explore, so hit the open road. Let each passenger pick a place they want to see, an activity they want to experience, or a place they want to eat. Make a rule to always stop at roadside stands. And finally, make a scrapbook. Create a new tradition by making a scrapbook to document your favorite summer moments. Take a picture every time you cross something off of your bucket list and add to an album along with mementos and funny stories. And that is the 42 fun things to do this summer. And we'll go ahead and close this off as we got tomorrow's show, which I don't know what we'll be planning on, but I will let you know ahead of time on that and think about that. But however, coming up next, once we get to the 14 minutes, we have Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, as Snowman is still on vacation, as mentioned, coming back on Monday. Then we have the Dugout Crew podcast live with David and the gang at 5 p.m. Pacific. That will be later on in the day of the David3000 Network. And we also have the Queens New Yorker with Jason DeCanio of a throwback episode at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. Then, even though it's not on the David3000 Network, on my channel will be another episode of the Rant Ray podcast, episode 193, as we are 7 episodes away from 200 episodes, which I am very excited about this. And my word. And I will let you know about the things that we're going to talk about in that episode and promote that to everybody here, and including on the David3000 Network. Man, oh man. Got a long day ahead of me and things we got in store for tomorrow. But with that being said, I am Brandon Martin. I will see you guys tomorrow to wrap up the DMS 3000 News Live going throughout that weekend and wrap up your week. And yeah, that'll do it. I'm Brandon Martin, and of course, subscribe to the David3000 Network, even though we're over the 1,000 subscriber mark already. Let's keep that train going, make this happen for David and the crew itself, for others. And basically, that'll do it, as I will see everybody tomorrow for another edition to wrap up the David3000 News Live. So with that, have yourselves a great morning, everybody.
Don't forget to subscribe to the David3000 Network for great more content like this one.